Well, a four-time Buhl High School wrestling state champion is in the hospital after a hiking accident in the White Cloud Mountains in central Idaho. Now, News Channel 7's Hector Mendoza caught up with him and his family at the hospital where he's recovering. Hector.
Yeah, Kade Orr, his dad Kyle, and his wrestling buddy Tate Gillette told me today that they took a trip in an area that they're very familiar with, but things took a very dangerous turn around this time.
Well, we went down something new. We never went down the way that we did.
What was supposed to be an exciting routine hiking trip quickly turned into a nightmare.
And we thought we could get down. This one spot was just super steep, and it had rockways. We thought we could like kind of just ride the rock faces down, but the ground just went out beneath us, and all the rocks from up top came down.
Kade Orr, his childhood friend Tate Gillette, and Kade's dad Kyle Orr were on their way back down a mountain on White Cloud near Stanley when stumbling boulders hit Kade in the back, sending him down the mountain.
Instantly, I knew I was not okay after that hit. I can't even compare it to being hit by something harder.
Kade was separated from his friend, but fortunately, Gillette was able to get to Kade before he fell over the ledge.
He ran all across the rocks down a very steep slope and just dove head first and barely caught my foot and slid. It was just something like out of a movie. I was hanging over a ledge. It couldn't be more movie-like.
Kade's dad was behind his son and Gillette when it all happened.
I was directly on top of him, and any movement I made was sending rocks down, so I was like helpless with my son down below me, and it's just a terrible feeling.
Gillette was able to call 911, and a helicopter flew Kade to a hospital where he learned his injuries included a broken shoulder, scapula, and ribs. Kade, a four-time Idaho State wrestler, says wrestling is the reason he and his friend are still alive.
I think the character that Tate built through wrestling saved my life because, you know, he wasn't thinking of himself and he was just tough. He just grabbed me and gritted his teeth and took a beating from rocks and saved us both. Wow. And he was in a completely safe spot. He had no need to go save me, but he did, and I'm very thankful for that.
Kade says it will take months to recover from his injuries, but knows it could have been so much worse.
You know, I'm happy to deal with whatever I have to deal with. I can still walk, I can still do everything. I'm lucky to have that, really, so I'm okay with however long it takes.
There is a GoFundMe page to help Kade and his family with medical costs and other expenses that we may have. Kade and his family say that they have received lots of support from his hometown in Buhl and the entire state, and he's glad that his injuries won't have long-term effects and hopes to recover quickly to get back to wrestling.
Oh my goodness, how scary, but I'm so glad that they're all okay and that they were all together at the time.
Yeah, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, thank you, Hector.